all creatures undead near its borders, and no one knows what draws them into the city. And guilds are trying to deal with it somehow by themselves and trying to come up with the idea how to protect their property and the people. Also, governor is technically trying to uphold order and protect citizens, but with mixed success. So no one basically believes that official government can do that on their own. So that is the outline. Also, we decided that in this city there are a lot of districts that each one has its there are districts that have a population that belongs to a specific profession, and there are districts that are mostly elves, mostly dwarves, and so that's pretty logical. Did I forget something? This spot.
I think that's pretty much it. We left a lot of it for when everyone was here.
Mm-hmm.
So like relationships and stuff. So it'd be we could hear about from everyone else now, I think.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, also, yesterday I was looking for more bonds because actually I kind of feel a little dissatisfied with the default bonds. I think some of them are pretty restrictive, or just don't match the specific situation. So I get it somewhere. This link with more bonds. I will post it in a second.
Oh, cool.
Maybe we can use some of this.
Oh, cool.
Morning times are really noisy here, apparently. Right.
Since John said that he will be an hour and a half late, I think that only makes sense that we now do a Q&A with Small Crow and White Rabbit's characters. Even though he will miss it, but we won't wait for him for an hour and a half. That's a lot.
He did say he was on his way home now, so it might not be as long.
I don't know.
That's true. He might have a long drive.
Well, I think it was the last dimension I saw. He said about half hour, which is so he should be like on in about 15 minutes, I think. So I suppose we can probably give him that long.
Yes, but if his relatives actually
Yeah.
come to him after he gets home, then there is a chance he will get to us in 15 minutes. So let's see.
Yeah. Let's see. Alright, minimize. Okay, I'm good. I'm ready. Let's see my sheet. I am proud of this backstory.
Yes, it's
So, what is everyone playing? Because I'm
I'm
playing.
playing
Uh-huh.
Barbarian.
Cool. So, Barbarian, I myself am a druid.
I'm playing a fighter.
Cool. So we are well protected. Yeah, like the other D&D game I'm in, we have a fight. I'm the fighter, and the other guy is the barbarian. So him and myself, we're always at 1 point, and everyone else can just hang back.
Yeah, but barbarians here are dangerous because they're all about like they see somebody stronger than them. I'm gonna challenge you,
Yeah.
and then the whole body's messed up because they're fighting a big
Yeah.
bad guy.
I have an arm of 2 and a big stick.
Nice. I got a huge sword and it has the messy and the what's the other tag?
The hack and slash? No. You would have that's your class.
Fo-
Your class moves. Yeah.
Yeah. Any weapon I wield has the forceful and the messy tag. So if I
Nice.
cut somebody, like it's gonna be like their hand's gonna come off and like blood. It's gonna be cool.
Wow. I'll be sure to stand well back. So I think John was playing a rogue, was it? Or a thief?
Yeah, I think they said
That's
thief.
easy.
Yeah. Alright, so like one of the things we had suggested was that maybe everyone is from a different guild. We don't know like what you all would think of that.
I think that's fine, except for me, right? I have to be from. I'm an outsider, so I have to be from the outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm fine with whatever.
What's cool about Barbarian is like they have a thing where in every session the GM will put you on the spot and be like, "Hey, what do they eat at your house, at your country, or how's your country?" And you gotta come up with information about your country.
We dears. Oh. What do we eat in my country that would be weird to you guys? Now, there's the question. We eat iguana.
Meanwhile, I'll make the last token for White Rabbit. And I think at this point you can introduce a character
Sorry?
because John knows it already.
Okay.
So what sort of team questions would we answer as a team? So we could probably start thinking of them. I am so sorry if I was broadcasting an echo there. I did not check my Roll20 settings.
No worries. It's like easily mutable, so it didn't bother me.
All right. So my sheet is ready. Was there something you needed particularly? I didn't hear everything from the sentence there. In terms of my sheet, in terms of my character, I'm an elf druid. Braided hair, wise eyes, formal garb. Start with the basic moves. By nature sustained, studied essence, that sort of thing. Spirit tongue. So very in tune with land and nature. That sort of character. He grew up in the towering mountains, surrounded by heavy forests. So he has an affinity for those two environments. And he makes his living. He has sort of a career as an artisan. He does, let's describe it as landscaping. So he uses his druidic art to to form nice hedges and trellises and topiaries and that sort of thing for nobles and noble houses and barony castles, that sort of thing. So he travels a lot, doing his work, and at this point in time, he is in our glorious city, seeking to meet up with the Artisans Guild there, who he has had dealings with before, and this is where he would meet with everyone else. The bonds I have, I believe I had to choose one. The one I chose is I have showed blank a secret right of the land. So that means I would be able to give one of you like a little perk or something.
Cool.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe I could work it in where like I show one of you a way to heal, or like a plant that gives you back an HP or something. I don't know exactly how it'll work, but you guys could probably guide me on that.
Okay, that's cool.
Is there anything I'm forgetting off of this introduction?
What's your name?
With whom do I have the pleasure? The name is Soran Whisperwind.
Cool.
I will change my Roll20 name to show it.
If I do this, will it be too messy or not?
Where did I put my... there we go, dungeon.
So I guess I'll introduce myself. My name is JP, but people call me Rabbit. My character's name is Sorg. He's a barbarian. Let me get my sheet. 1 second.
Cool.
He looks. He has wild eyes, mighty thews, which means he's just very muscled. Unusual jewelry, and he wears scraps, mostly leathers from what he kills. His main identifying trait, I guess, would be his Herculean appetite. He's known for one in fame and glory, and he's known for being motivated by conquest. Anytime he's in a challenge, he wants to come out on top. So that could be arm wrestling, that could be singing. And you challenge him, he wants to be on top. Let me see. He fights with a big ass sword. And he's known to be a little bit dangerous with it. Maybe not dangerous, but he's not very he's not careful with it. Other than that, his background is kind of a mystery, you know, because he's a barbarian. But I was thinking of maybe he comes from like a not the moon, but imagine like a lunar landscape. You know, people mostly live inside caves because outside is so unbearable. So his people like grew up inside like caves, and they would go out to gather and whatnot. And he's probably here because you know he became the best in his city, and he's looking for his people are driven by fame. They're driven by, I guess, by maybe they're ancestral. You know, they believe like in ancestral spirits, so they want to best their ancestors or make their ancestors proud. So maybe that's what drives him, and he's here just to prove himself.
Oh, that is cool. It reminds me a little bit about another game I love is Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. I mean the moon landscape people in people who had to live inside because environment is unbearable. So
I like the fact that it says you display the sphere.
Just plays it and it does. Let me see. Beats it.
Yeah, just scare them off just by the sight of it.
It's a pretty creepy spear. It's got hooks and spikes on it, man.
That's like a
Do you want to mess? Yeah.
It's like a morning.
I guess to introduce my character, she's a fighter. Let me look at my sheet. You know, hard eyes, wild hair, lithe body, scarred skin. You pay her and she does what she needs to do. Doesn't give a shit. She cares about, you know, being a working person, getting the job done, going home, getting smashed, that sort of thing.
Cool.
Her name is Caro, and her last name sounds like gibberish she made up.
Carol. Because when you think fighter, you always think Carol. Alright, here it is. I forgot to mention I can shapeshift.
Oh, you are a druid.
Yeah. The sign that it's me, because I have a sign that always sticks out even when I'm in animal form. My hair is mostly braided, but some of my hair, a lot of them, look like vines. And even when I'm in animal form, some of the hair on the animal will be vines, even on animals that don't have hair. Alright, so I think we are just looking at John. Alright, so I have my sheet, I have the rulebook, and thank you very much for the shapeshifter sheet. This is going to be handy.
What was your animal mark thing? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
It was I have some of my hair, instead of strands of hair, I have vines.
Oh, cool.
Still stylish. Oh, so they have a random bonds generator. So you can like choose different bonds or add bonds if you want.
Oh, hey, there's John.
John.
You call him and he comes.
Yes, sorry about the delay.
It's okay. Good to see you again, man.
Yeah.
Right. What are you guys talking about?
Well, so far we have just introduced our characters, and I think we can probably have your introduction again, and then we can probably do like relationships and stuff.
Well, I have some questions for White Rabbit and Smoke Crow, and maybe you guys have some. So let's do really quick Q&A for their characters. So, White Rabbit, I'm obliged to ask you something about your homeland.
Yeah, hi.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. How you doing?
you already told us why you left. So it's either something about your homeland or what you have left behind.
Yeah.
Okay. My homeland used to be like the cradle of life. So it used to be like paradise, and then something happened very early during my tribe's existence that the land started eating itself. So that's why it's now like a barren landscape. And maybe he didn't leave for glory. Maybe he left because there was nothing left. You know, everybody like kind of dispersed.
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe the ones who the people who stay behind are like priests of their ancestors.
Okay, so maybe he's saying that he
no problem.
left
I could probably come
glory,
after
but
lunch, 1 o'clock.
in reality it's because
1 o'clock.
he realized that there is very little left in this place.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel about this giant metropolis with all different species living together, and a lot of people who live of completely of things that has nothing to do with power, traders and artisans and stuff like that? How do you feel about it?
Well, probably he gets in trouble. He's more confused. He probably gets in trouble because he doesn't understand why why everybody's like against. You know, maybe they're taken back by his brashness and his desire to always want to make everything a competition. And they don't understand that that's like it's not a vain thing. It's more of a cultural thing. So maybe he has a lot of clashes with those type of people. So merchants maybe don't deal with him because he always ends up, you know, beating them up or breaking stuff, that kind of stuff.
Okay, that is good. I think I'm sorry, I'm still a little sick. I think this is all I had. So, oh yeah. Do you have some kind of what do you people know about the undead in general? Do they have had problems with them, or maybe it's not a thing at all really before, like zombies, ghosts, and so on?
A problem with who?
The undead, various kinds, like ghouls, zombies.
Oh, well, they're the perfect thing to prove yourself. You probably, when you're a kid, they probably send you off to go kill some wild animals, or when you're older to go kill some undead. So probably doesn't respect them, and probably he just attacks them. Well, but I don't think he hates them, but I think it's like they're just part of the life.
Mm-hmm. That is pretty hardcore rite of passage. Cool. Okay, so it was the last one that I had. Does anybody else have questions?
I'm fine. Yes, I'm a little bit. Okay, so we have a druid, which is Soran Whisperwind, a thief, which is me, Agent Kuzman, Zork, the barbarian, and what is who is the last one? Carol.
I'm a fighter. Don't worry about the last name.
Yes, this is Carol, which is a warrior from the picture, or
fighter.
Yes, a fighter. Okay, so okay, that should work out. Is well enough. Did we do bond yet?
No. I have a question for Smoke Row. Are you from the city, or did you travel here?
Probably from the city.
Okay. So you're a city elf. Okay. Are you in a guild? It's kind of...
I don't know. Are we going with the guild idea?
Well, it's basically, if you are a member, they defend your interests, and if you have some troubles with people who with customers, or they basically ensure that there's minimal pay that you get. Well, that's basically a support net, since it's not exactly the same as with Artisans Guild or Engineer Guild. I think fighters don't actually have had to have a guild, but it exists, and it's more, as I said, of a support net. So
I mean, she could
not
be
necessary.
part of a mercenary guild or adventure guild, or if she doesn't like the idea of being in a guild, she could be guildless. Like, it's not mandatory to join.
Yes, it's not mandatory.
Yeah, probably a mercenary guild.
Oh, yeah, yes, it's basically the same. Okay, great. So, Yes, another question. How did you learn to fight with spear? Is it kind of elfish technique?
She's probably like, it might be an elvish thing, but like, also in general, in that time, spearmen were pretty important in the military for throwing people off of horses and shit. So she might have enlisted for a while and then kind of left.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So that is it for me. What I'm doing now is drag and drop basic moves. The character sheets that don't have them yet, but I'm almost done. That's why I'm a little distracted.
Oh, I see.
No worries.
Just 2 more.
Take as long as you need.
And let's do bonds then.
I like how I can re-roll damage, not just mine, anybody else's damage. So you guys hit, you hit. That was a puny attack. Do it again.
Okay, I'm done. Let's try to move standard bonds, and if it won't be enough, let's think of something else. Okay. Let's start with John.
Oops, sorry about that. Got to get away from keyboard for a little bit. What are we talking about?
Bonds.
Yes.
We can do some bonds now and some other bonds after a while. And I figure it out more or less natural, but maybe something will come up right now.
I mean, it's not really necessary. I mean, we can just, anybody got any bond made for which in you guys yet?
I don't think I've chosen any as yet.
I don't think
Yeah,
any
me
of us
neither.
chose one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, then, yeah, let's just, okay, so let's just ignore Born for now then. So we are complete stranger, at least for the moment.
Well, I thought we were waiting for you to come on so we can do.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
can choose some now.
Oh, okay, yes, sorry about that misunderstanding.
No worries.
So let's go from the left to the right then. Seems reasonable. So let's have Soren Whisperwind go first.
Alright, cool. So the bonds is I have showed someone a secret right of the land. So as I said, I thought that maybe this could be something helpful, where I show you a way to maybe get back an HP or something. Because like one of the moves I have is by nature sustained, which allows me to not need to subsist off of rations only. So I'm thinking maybe I showed one of you something like that, and I believe he would show that to either the barbarian or the fighter. So which one of you has the lower HP? I guess he would show that as kind of being helpful.
What's your HP, Rabbit?
21.
Alright, I have the lowest HP.
All right, so that would be Karo Tajiki. Karo
Just
Tajiki.
don't worry about the last name.
All right, so that's my bond. So
That's one of your bonds. Yes.
yeah. How many bonds would I form? Because I think there were 3 on the sheet, and I think I had to choose one.
One for each
Oh, at least
character,
one.
you know.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that's
Ideally,
that's decent.
not necessary. Just mechanically, just for one move. You don't or interfere.
Yeah.
I mean,
at least one.
the
So
more
it's
bond you
good.
have, the better.
Smells more like prey than a hunter. The particular background I chose isn't a very adversarial person. So let's say I'll do one. Actually, it's only just a few of us. I can probably do 3. There's another one here that looks interesting. Let's say so Blanc has tasted my blood and I theirs. We are bound by it. And I am thinking that this would be a good bond to have with the thief. Because remember yesterday you suggested that maybe you tried to steal something from me, and I you didn't realize that I don't really have anything valuable. So how about we have that be a part of it, where we had a little tuffle once when you tried to steal from me.
Okay, that would be fine. So let's have that. Thank you very much for choosing me for that.
And the other one is the barbarian. How about this? The spirits spoke to me of a great danger that follows the barbarian.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's really perfect. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is awesome.
Okay. So, oh wait, what? Okay, I assume something happened to this bot that make him lock out, but
Yeah, the Roll20 seems to have jibbed a little bit. Just a refresh. It
No
does
worry.
that sometimes.
Yeah.
so yes, I assume that is all the bond. So I assume that it's my turn next.
Yeah.
So I stole something from Soren Whisperwind, but it's a long time past. But I do feel like I own him something, which I will try to repay. So let's have that. Now, someone know incriminating details about me. That would be the detail of my background, which me and D-Sport had talked about last time, which is the fact that I am a bastard of a noble house, which really doesn't really gain me anything, but just make my life much more harder if it's ever known to either side of the noble or the commoner. So I would say that it would be Corinth, the fighter, since she, I know, just randomly choosing here, not really think of a good reason. But I would like to have the barbarian to has my back when things go wrong.
Of course.
Yes, at least I would like that.
Maybe
So,
maybe you know Carol because maybe she did security for your family, and she knows maybe your brother or your family, and that's why she knows you're noble or whatever.
yes, that would be makes sense. She used to run for the work as a bodyguard or the security guard for the head of the family, and she stumbled upon some sort of a record, a family tree or something that is nobody usually look at, and she knows it, and then she meet me, and then she connect the dot together and figure out my background. But she know that for now. Yes, get that. And Zox the barbarian had my back, and Coran has something incriminating about me. Yes, that would be all the bonds I have.
Cool. I'm gonna choose.
Wow, you skipped me.
Well, no, I'm first before you. Look at.
Oh, are we doing it on Discord order, not Roll20 order?
No, it is Roll20 order, isn't it?
Sometimes
Yes.
Sometimes Roll20 has different orders for people.
Oh yeah, we have different orders for people on Roll20.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you want to go first? You go first. It's less with you.
Okay. Aiden is puny and foolish, but amusing to me. Soren's ways are strange and confusing.
That fits.
And Carol shares
Yes.
my hunger for glory. The earth will tremble at our passing. Shit's about to go down.
I feel
I
like
like the
there
fact-
is
yeah.
Please read that one to me because I feel like I missed it.
It says, Carol shares my hunger for glory. The earth will tremble at our passing.
I like it. I slam my hand down on that one.
I like the fact that I tried to warn Zorg about this thing the spirits told me about him, and he thinks that I'm strange and confusing.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense that if somebody come after you like you are in great danger, then
Yeah.
you will not stress appealing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Cardinal.
Yeah, that's
Okay, some of these are kind of like a little bit restricting because it's like someone owes me their life, whether they admit it or not.
Yeah, that's
What?
exactly true.
That's one of my bonds as a fighter.
That's what it says, and that's what it says.
No, maybe that's why I taught you something. Maybe I'm trying to repay that debt, and
Sure.
still haven't done that yet. So I owe Carol my life.
Okay. I worry about someone's ability to survive in this dungeon. I'm gonna say that I probably worry about our thief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody pick on the teeth.
And I was sworn to protect someone. I guess that's the barbarian.
That makes sense.
There you go.
So I get it that your barbarian are buddies, pretty much.
I think it just became
Apparently, because we
Conan.
both punch things.
By just speaking Conan, I have a priest, a priest thief, a druid, and a fighter who's protecting me. It's like Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
All right. So now that we have done that, let's talk how you've all first met. So, quick recap. Caro and Aidan probably knew each other long before those events they're talking about.
Carol and Zorg.
But they're not close, but they know about each other's existence.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So Soran and Aidan get accustomed when Soran moved into the city, and Aidan tried to steal something from him. But turned out there was actually nothing valuable. I guess whoever asked Aidan to do this now have a bad rep in this guild. But you respect for each other, as far as I understand.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah,
you're
I mean, basically, we chased around each other around the city for a little bit. He shoot arrow at me, I shoot arrow at him. And then all done and done. It turned out that he had nothing, so I like, yeah, fuck it, and it's not worth it running for literally nothing. So I kind of surround her, and he take back his thing, and I try to show a good faith, invite him for a drink, and then we get wasted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we
Because
we
all,
bonded.
yeah. Because all good action chases always end at the bar. I like that.
Well, maybe it was in that bar. The rogue is going on because some outsider had just arrived town, and he was fighting everybody, and he was, a drink. Everybody just went crazy.
Yeah.
And Aiden saw that it behooved him to have this guy, on his side. So maybe he it made him his friend. Show him how to play games or show him tricks.
Yeah.
And because the druid was with you, I met the druid, and Carol was maybe Carol saw how I fought, and she said, "Oh shit," the same thing, But I'm gonna protect this dude. Cause
Listen, I feel like we earned our mutual respect after we fought in a bar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
We punched each other out and we're like, yeah, I like this guy.
Yeah, but you want to protect me. You sworn an oath to protect me. So that could be like we're buddies, Or I have your back and you have my back.
We're like blood brothers after sharing some mail.
Yeah.
maybe because Carol knows that Ozork is not very socially adjusted, and it's more, he's a big guy, it's more about protecting him from doing really stupid things that can get him in more trouble that he can chew.
Yeah, it's just like social situations she protects him from.
Yeah.
Make sure he not punch any with somebody important.
Yeah. Don't punch anybody who can pay you.
Don't punch anyone who looks expensive.
And then the thief takes me to the side. Okay, boy, if you're gonna punch him this way so I can grab from behind. He's like the devil on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah, and the druid will be like, if you're gonna punch people, at least let your body heal in between.
Yes. And then look out behind you because you have something you gotta come.
Or at the middle of the night, the druid wakes up the barbarian. Oh, your ancestor just spoke to me. Great horrors are gonna. I'm trying to sleep. I don't want to hear about great horrors that are gonna strike.
Yeah.
Maybe
and he keeps repeating it every single day. Every day he just comes.
Maybe the ghouls are drawn to you specifically for some reason.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe if evil, maybe if they kill me and they sacrifice me or something, my body's used for some demon to possess or some shit, or some ghost to possess.
You're just like a slightly stronger zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like that guy. He looks buff. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you people have some mysterious ancestry that might be useful for some black rituals, some stuff. So, what basically happened? There was a really complicated bar fight that started with Saran Aidan, and after all that's said and done, you basically became very strange friends.
Yeah.
All four of you.
Yeah.
That's
okay. Good. That is good. Alright, so let's move then to the plot.
Ooh. Yeah, different map.
It's. I thought I cut it differently, but okay. Guess he didn't save something. Ignore the guy on the right in the power armor. So it happened that all of you, independently from each other, were invited to this another guild meeting. There was a couple of this in recent times, and people gather around and discuss problems. First of all, of course, the problem with the undead, and that situation in Suburbias gets worse and worse, and people from villages are going to the city in search of protection. It's not like full-on exodus yet, but it is obvious the situation gets worse. Will get worse, and there is a lot of talking about mostly how to protect property, what to do if the city will be locked from the land. Again, there is also a river, so river will be free. At least in theory, that you can trade, go by river, even if the city will be under lockdown. But it's basically because there are so many people, and they have interconnected and often conflicting agendas. It's just talk, and not much is done. So, Saran, you're invited by the Artificers Guild.
Yeah.
You're not a part of, or maybe you're a part of a guild or a guest of a guild because they respect you.
Yeah.
You're pretty famous. Aidan, you're a representatives guild. You're a good professional, despite you may be a little problem with alcoholic beverages, and master of the guild trusts you. And Caro, you're here from Mercenaries Guild, and actually no one from Mercenaries Guild want to be here.
Wow. It's just like, the rest of us don't want to be here.
You don't want to be here. This is why maybe you ask Zork to come with you, who is not a part of any guild. So it won't be that boring.
I just like to imagine they were at a bar when she got the notice. It's just like, let's go.
Okay. So you're buried together, and after some after a couple of hours, when everything's said and done, people start to leave, and this conference of kind, by the way, is held in the Engineering Guild, which is pretty wealthy and powerful because I got quite a lot of stuff that needs a good engineering in Port City. So the master of the Engineering Guild invites everyone who wants to kind of his pretty irritated that there was no no practical solution for everything. So basically, he is inviting everyone who wants to actually do some stuff about it, not just sit around here and remember old quarrels between guilds. So it's
Okay.
kind of smaller court of sorts. And you're in this room. It's down. There's a bunch of guys. Some pretty high members of the guilds, but there's also random people who are not very high up, but have some initiative apparently. And Master of the Engineering Guild. He basically angrily says that if they really gonna deal with it, they have to assemble some kind of mercenary company, get money from all the guilds that are interested in it, and go investigate what's going on in the country. Maybe the source of whatever is drawing it to the city is somewhere here. That is a theory. It's not something that he knows for sure. And he says that is willing to pay 1,500 coins to mercenary band who will take it, and he's basically saying that every other guild should contribute to this in some way, because otherwise they'll never get anything done.
Yeah.
And Aidan is, I suppose, the only one from Ziv's guild who is left. Everyone just went home. I suppose Ziv's guild is pretty selfish. They don't have any business. They rarely have business outside of the city walls.
Yeah.
So there's not much reason for them to stay. But you stay because Master of the Guild basically trusts you with representation of the Thieves Guild. So
I'm going to I'm going to like speak to, I'm assuming it's the Artisan Guild Master himself and myself who would be there. Let's say that I've done some really good work on one of his castles, and so he trusts me. So I'm going to parlay with him to sponsor some artificed weapons for the crew that grows up. So I'm going to like convince him that if weapons with his mark are used to defend this city and used to solve this problem, then his standing in the Artificers Guild, in terms of the prices on his goods, are going to go up. Everybody's going to want them.
That is quite. God damn it! Roll 20. Doesn't load for me, but you can roll.
Alright, so I rolled parley. I roll a 7. Effect.
That's mixed result. Uh,
So hopefully this gives us. So hopefully this gives like whoever is using weapons in the group that is eventually chosen. Hopefully they will have like some better weapons. I mean,
You're
like have
asking
some
for
slight
better
advantage.
armament from the artisan guild. That basically is.
Artificer.
But artificer, yes. Right.
Mhm.
So he gonna need some evidence of that, I believe.
Well, he is quite vain, unfortunately, so he says, what you are saying, of course.
If
Sure, but
sorry, if evidence is needed, I'm going to point to the barbarian's sword, and the barbarian sword has a rival guild's mark on it.
So what now?
The barbarian's weapon has the mark of a rival guild on it. So I'm going to say, if any sword kills this threat, it should be ours.
Oh yeah, like a maybe a traveling merchant.
Like kind of like race car kind of thing. Like they put their brand on the
Yeah.
car, something like thing.
Yeah.
maybe it's not rival guild. Maybe I mean barbarian. I suppose barbarian has sword from his land, but it does. It's obvious that it's so high quality that it is enough to make the guildmaster little worry.
Yeah.
So that they obviously want to produce something as good as this, and besides, as I said, he's quite vain, and then he'll gets up and go to the master of the engineering guild and talk to him a little, and basically he says that Drew said it as his own idea, but after all is said and done, they promise this weaponry for the brave ones who are going to go and investigate what's going on here. And then he is going then the Master of the Engineering Guild is going. He's looking around and sees that okay. Barbarian is here, and Ciscaro, and is going to ask her what the Mercenary Guild thinks about it. And basically, He's asking how much money they would like for this, and he's frustrated. By the way, 500 is a house, if I'm not mistaken. So all this is happening, and while all this is happening, you suddenly hear some strange noise outside of the room. Again, this is dusk, and the room is lit by artificial means. But suddenly you see that a light kind of goes down. You're not sure why. There is no wind. Nothing that would normally cut the light down, and the sounds that you hear are. Oh, wait a second. The sounds that you hear are something like really loud claps outside. Give me a second. I will check something. And I'll go back. Just a second. Someone knocking at my door.
Yeah.
Like, wait, like
In real life. In real.
Yeah. Okay. Go in. Go and
Yeah.
open. Check your door. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I am supposed. Let me check. Not necessary. Yes. Let's thought of that. I mean, we all can try by some degree. I would like to, let's say not open the door yet, but put my ear next to the door and then try to listen, and then see what is happening outside. And I mean, unless this certain reality involve criminal activity, I would get a +1 for that, but if not, then I would not. So I doubt it is, but we'll see when she get back, our GM.
I'm back.
Oh, that was fast.
Yep. Nothing scary. So you can roll the certain realities, and
yes, I would like to put my ear next to the door and try to discern reality. Is there any criminal activity going nearby? Could I would get a +1 for that?
no, that
No.
is not criminal activity.
First pressing is a crime. Just kidding.
Ooh, unfortunately, I did not. Anyone else would like to try to figure out what's going on?
You guys have been out and about. You know what dangerous stuff is out there?
Okay, unfortunately, we don't seem to know what happened.
Yes, but it doesn't matter since it's one shot, but otherwise you would both mark XP for that.
What?
The HP. That's basically you get experience for failed rolls. That's more.
Really? For failing a roll, you get XP?
Yes,
Yeah.
because
you
you should
learn
know
from your
better the
mistakes.
extent.
You learn from your
Oh.
mistakes. So
Yeah.
I see. I did not know that. Thank you very much. Okay, so I got one. It's get used to the system. Don't worry. I mark it down. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the other and I beat me. I'm gonna shrug and say, I'm gonna get my hand on the door handle and I look at them, kind of like, should I open it? With the look.
Maybe we should have our point guard open the door.
And by the way, there is no there's, I wouldn't say there are much competent fighters in the room. It's more like people who are used to paperwork stuff, bureaucratic politics.
Yes. I mean, I'll open the door and Jock should charge right out. I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, I'll open the door for him and just open it wide. And what do Jock see? He is right behind door. Weapon ready, I hope.
Yep.
Uh,
It's a big ass sword. He can't put it nowhere other than hold it.
The corridor is completely dark, though it wasn't when you came here. It's not very long, and because engineering guild employs some kind of paradigm of functional architecture, so all corridors and stuff are kind of short, and it's kind of T-shaped, so it's one corridor that goes forward, and then it has two what are those in English? Two other corridors that goes left and right.
First, after hearing nothing, no shout, no scream, gonna pick out, see the dark corridor, look back at the head of the artificial guild and say, is it supposed to be light out this early?
And Master of the Engineering Guild, you see that he looks concerned, and there's no something might have happened. He says there should be guards outside. We should get them. And he looks at Carol and the orc and kind of he looks at her angrily because that's basically not what he means at all. It's not 50 coins to go to the same floor and call guards, but he will deal with it later, and he says just go check what's going on.
Can I try to spout lore about maybe I may have heard of something like this or something?
Yes, it's any natural phenomena that could cause this. Any natural phenomena.
Yeah, sure, you can do this.
Ooh, wow, you rolled really good tonight. Shooting out.
When you roll well, you don't get XP though.
Yeah. So, okay. So, is anything natural could cause this that he would know?
No, but he knows from his experience and from his basically this is knows that it can be caused by uh, invocation of something from the spirit realm. It's not natural, but sometimes when spirits appear, they affect reality around them and some range in similar way.
Cool. So, like, well, who's in front? Because is Zog in front? Is Zog taking point? Or an
Well,
investigating?
it would be
Zog?
Aiden. It'll be Aiden and then me.
All right. So
yeah, I can be the scout, but before that, I'm gonna look back one last time at the master of the artificial skill, and then just say, "You sure you just stay down here, and just lock the door after we go, and just and don't open the door until we get back. And is the corridor dark bright enough to see, or we need some sort of torches?"
I'm gonna tell you guys to be very careful. This feels to me like something came through to this plane that was not here before. I'm not sure if a door could protect us. I think we should go with you guys.
I mean, no, let's not get an entourage here. Let's figure it out first. Control the door first. Okay, yes. So again, is it dark enough to impede my vision, or do we need a torch or a lantern or something?
No, you can see, but a lantern would help.
It's really,
It's not pitch dark.
Yeah, not pretty dark, but low light, and it's really creepy. Got it. Okay. Okay, so I would try to go first, and on the way, I would try to spend a moment to survey, after I get to the split road or the end of the hallway, let's try to use trap expert to see any trap laying on both of the left and the right pathway. Okay. Yes. Yes, sorry about that. I am turn up my light to say some electricity. Oh, that is nice. What's the question? I have one, and I'm going to span it. Is there a trap here? And if so, what activated it on the pathway?
You realize that this corridor is in fact trapped, but the trap is inactive at the moment, and this trap was in fact placed here by the engineering guild itself as a measure against intruders. So it's not dangerous, but as you are a thief, that information might be helpful to you in the future.
What type of trap is this?
It's a door that slides from the wall and closes the passage very quickly. No, you suppose it's very quickly. You obviously don't see it in action here. And suppose if you're not quick enough, it can very well break something in you, or maybe everything.
So it's basically a rotating wall.
No,
it slides in and closes the passage. It's kind of door that slides from the wall and closes the passage. Kind of like Japanese door. Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yes, that makes sense. Okay, and since it's not really active, and it's I'm actually gonna tell them that to be careful about the path they are trapped there. It's look like put by the guild, but don't step over there. I'm just gonna say that. So we have now a passage to the left and a passage to the right. Yes.
Yes. You can actually hear some noises coming from the passage to the left. It's a little like wind blowing. But you don't hear any claps anymore. Besides that, you also remember that the master of the Infinite Guild said that you can go either way, to the left or to the right, and you will eventually pass near the room where guards should be.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell the guy something on the left. Should we check it out?
What do you think? What is it? Spirits? Is this what's going on?
Not sure. Here's some noises. Let's try to discern reality to see what type of that's like, is that a woman, a child, a female, a male, sort of thing. Let's try that. See if I can recognize that. And I do. Yes. Okay. So, what is about to happen on the left side? Let's try that. Oh no, let's try. What should I be on the lookout for on the left side? Let's try that. Yes.
You realize that although you see that look at the passage and listen to those strange sounds, and then you realize that some parts of this corridor are darker than the other parts. It's not related to the environment. Actually, just there's a wall. It's grayish because it's dark, and some parts of it are just more gray for no reason.
So this is where decoration, yeah, basically that's where decoration or something affecting the environment or something like that. Okay, so I will look at Zorg and say there is definitely something on the left side. I think we should check it out. I mean, I think you should check it out.
by which I mean you.
And Zorg will look to Carol. You ready to fuck some shit up?
I hope they're paying us for this, but sure.
Oh, we don't need them to pay us.
Oh, yes,
What
we do.
need
No.
statues of
Yes, they
ourselves.
do.
All they
No.
need to do is
We
statues
need the
of our-
money for the statues. We need money to buy statues, okay? Remember that,
Carol's
money.
like, we've had this conversation too many times. We need the money.
Stop telling people you don't need to pay us.
Okay. So yep, I'm gonna let sit back. I'm gonna stand still for a moment to let our fighter and barbarian go in front, and we're gonna go to the left passage. And what happened next?
Mm-hmm. Who is going first, Caro or Zorg?
It'll be
Probably Zorg.
me. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
Zorg.
Well, technically. Oh, okay. Oh no. She protects me from like social stuff. Okay. So yeah, it'll be me.
I got your back too. I got a reach weapon, man.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay. He got flexibility and she got reach. So what is just
Mm-hmm. Let's. So, You look, come
Do I
forward,
have a light? Or a torch?
and you feel probably in your gut something, some familiar feeling. You can't, for a second, you can't really tell what that is, but then you realize that this is,
Oh, thanks.
your instincts tell you that
Yeah.
this is because you're in presence of something that you fought before. This is something undead. So, do you want to do anything?
I would. Well, I'm in the back, so I think what I would probably do is to check in my. Oh my God! Don't I have adventure gear? No, no. Oh, right. Does anyone have a torch? Maybe we could light this place.
I don't know.
If you wanted a torch, then Guildmaster would give it to you on when you were in the room. So basically, if you say that you need a torch, you had it
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah, from all the time that I say that,
Yeah.
it's fine.
So who
I mean,
has the
I
torch?
would not want to carry a torch myself because that
Yes.
makes me an easy target now.
Yep.
I
That's
stay in the
understandable.
shadow.
I need both hands.
Same.
I'll hold it, but I'm in the back.
So which is fine. Like I used the. It'll be like light from light from the back, so it's not on the way.
Yeah.
So it doesn't blind me.
Yeah.
So we approach it.
Okay. So I'm sorry. Does Saran have a torch or not? I'm a little confused.
Yeah, Soren has a torch.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. As you goes down to the corridor, you start to make out what are those black things, and those are a kind of really amorphous black shadows. They don't have a very concrete form, human or otherwise, so they are more tall than wide. And in this corridor, you can currently see 3 of them. But as soon as you come to as soon as you come in range of 3 meters, they start to make some aggressive noise, and they don't turn to you because they don't have faces, but you can see that they are clearly pay attention to you. And from what I understand from our character creations, this is actually something that happened to you before, that undead is drawn to you specifically, right? Or
the shadow people for me?
No, not shadow people. You were talking about that the undead were specifically drawn to you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was a thing. Okay. so that you can see that this is exactly the same.
Okay. That's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, yes. So you want to
Yeah, so
come
Sorko
forward?
look.
Attack them before
Yeah.
they do?
Yeah, Sorko look at Carol and the others, and they say, "Oh, it's about time," and he'll go in and he'll charge at the shadow, shadow thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be hack and slash or sword.
Because they're like shadow people. Would that activate my appetite, my Herculean appetite for glory?
Well, I suppose maybe because if
Scream
you're
something glorious.
Oh yeah.
because you haven't fought shadow people before and you want to fight everyone. This once, so yeah.
Exactly. So he's like, yeah, and he, he charges. He says something, but you guys don't understand what the heck he's saying because it sounds like gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
And he has his sword over his shoulder and he swings at it. Okay, so I'm gonna roll.
Okay, so what do you do?
Yeah, hack and
You
slash.
slash?
Yeah, but I'm trying to see. I don't know how to roll. I guess I roll 1d6.
No. You go into your character sheet. When you scroll down, and it says hack and slash in moves.
Right, but my Herculean appetite, it changes 1d6 to a 1d8.
No, don't worry about that. That is for damage, and that is a separate roll. So click on the text on hack and slash, and you roll hack and slash, and if it's a hit, then you go up and you see damage on the top of the sheet, down from a hit point, and then you roll damage, and that one you can change.
No, that's what I mean. My move.
Oh, then yeah, that's.
I'm just gonna roll it normal. I'll roll it normal.
Yes, you're right. Roll. Oh, yeah. You want to roll? Okay.
So that means if the d6, which is a 3.
No.
No.
Normal hack and slash in 2d6, and this is d6 and d8. So roll d6. One more time, please.
One more time.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
You
That
roll
is
1d6 and 1d8. So your first d6 was a 3, and your second d6 was a 2. And that's how you got the 5.
What?
Yeah, if you put the mouse over his roll for 5, it gives you the dice he rolled.
That's yes, this is true, but okay. But all right, then I guess that makes more sense. In this case, there is no complication.
Yeah.
Just swing a sword, but because it's pretty dark and the things are kind of amorphous in shape, you miss. That doesn't happens to you very often. And let's introduce special relationship between those things.
Right, my
something
special.
like that, right?
Yeah.
I see. So next time they just roll 1d6 plus your strength. That'll be fine. I see what you mean. Okay.
So
right.
I guess like this now, more or less.
Yeah, so Sorko like stumble back Be like, oh shit. And he'll look at the other team. He'll look at the druid and he'll be like, do something.
The druid.
And let's go to the root.
He can't hit them. He's hoping the druid does some of his magic shit to be able to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any attack spells. So, what sort of form is it? Is it a ghoul?
No, it's a shadow.
A shadow,
I
right?
think
Something like
okay. Okay. Does sorry.
Yeah, leather shield. Yeah.
Yes. Does the blade just go through them, like they literally shadow?
no. Zorg just missed. He didn't.
He just missed.
Oh, right.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, if he just missed, then it's not the shadow fault.
Oh, basically yes.
All right. So I am going to. This is something I'm going to try. I'm going to defy danger. And I'm going to run up to it. And the torch, I'm going to hold the torch right up against it. Trying to get it inside of the shadow even. To see if the light does anything to the shadow.
Okay.
Cool.
So what kind of define danger is it? Is it? I think it's the dex kind.
I think so, yes. That would make sense to me. Yeah. Alright, so defy danger, dex, submit. I will rule you all!
So, you do get here and put the torch against this shadow thing, and
Now he stumble, hesitate, or flinch, and you will offer him the worst outcome, is it not?
yes, but I didn't finish. So it you show it right where its face is supposed to be,
Yeah.
and it gives the agitated shriek, and obviously not happy. It gets a little back, and you can see that it got significantly smaller, but your torch also momentarily goes out as soon as it
Touches the thing, yeah.
you show it into the sink,
Yeah.
and it's back, and it goes out. So now you're in the dark.
So I'm going to say to the barbarian, I've got some new information for you.
What? I can't see anything.
That's my new information.
Okay.
This.
Okay, I was just trying to take my bow and take a shot of it, pot shot, and see how it reacts. And volley, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And ooh, that's a nice shot.
Cool.
Yeah.
And do I roll damage?
Yes.
Cool.
So that is 3. Which one did you shoot? Oh, wait. I applied damage from the
Yeah.
torch first. I think then you will tell me which one.
Oh, okay.
did you hit.
So the torch would be
No.
mine.
So
I don't have torch. I just take a bow and shoot.
no. I'm talking about Saran's torch. Okay. No, that's more logical actually. It's okay. Yep. So, which one did you shoot? I done.
There are multiple one. I thought there was just one.
It split when I did my thing. That was the downfall.
So they split into two.
No, there was 3 of them in the corridor. Originally.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I shoot the one in front that Zork just missed. So I saw that one.
Okay. So it gets even smaller, but while you're doing all this, by the way, you can move your tokens normally, I think.
Yeah.
Those two are getting closer to Zork. They
Oh, I think we are still on the city map.
Yes, we
yep.
are.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
That just can confuse me a little bit.
Oh, right.
All right. So so I would have been near the front because I did the torch thing. So I haven't moved as
Yes.
yet. All right. So I think this is where we
That
are.
makes sense. Okay. Okay, so I will stand in the back. And let's stay a little bit farther to the back. A little bit farther. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot at that one in front, which I believe that's the one he just missed. And where is Sorant?
Shadows are ganging up on Zork.
Okay, so I'll just on him. So I believe that would be Carol turn then. And I'm gonna yell to her that I defend the brute.
Yeah, the pit racer.
Oh, well, there is no turns, but Carol
No, I can't.
didn't do anything yet. I think.
No, she doesn't do anything
So
yet. That's why it's her turn. Yeah, so
Okay. Okay.
You can sit on the bed if you want. You can play on the bed. Let's try not to lose any items.
So, roll damage.
Hit him, Caro.
But I think you're
Whoa.
doing the signature weapon. Oh, no, that's let me see. This is for the move, I think. Maybe I'm not sure. So I will check properties of your weapon, and yes, it's +1 damage. So your damage is the 10 +1. That's your signature.
11. Oh, that is a good strike.
That's a very good strike.
Yes. Your blade
No,
strike
it's
too.
no. It's not damage. It's a move. That's called signature weapon. Your damage is D10 +1. So roll D10 +1.
Oh yeah. I think like if you have a sword, you can click on the sword. Because the sword should have the +1 in it, I think.
Maybe. I'll check in a second. That would be really good.
So on the second page of your sheet where it says sub,
Yep.
yeah, that's there.
Oh, yes, maybe it does work. Give me a second. And what the hell? Yes, I see that. Just don't understand it. It has damage field, but
Yeah, that's weird. Alright, well,
apparently it doesn't work properly. Something. Okay, whatever.
yeah, whatever.
That's frustrating. Okay, so 8 and yes, 9. That is 9, but you had an opening and it gets really small as you pierce it with your spear, but it still attacks you. And this is a very, very small
Wow.
kind of touches your leg and you feel like uncomfortable coldness in your left leg, but it's nothing. You can easily live with it. It's nothing terrible. You had much worse. Meanwhile, those two guys, shadow guys, gang up on Zork. One of them is the one that is you suppose at full health will attack him.
Ooh.
But it matches with its shadow appendage, and you can see it tries to go for his hand that holds the sword, but misses, and it just brushes off. So you get 3 damage. Again, it's kind of chilly, itchy, but nothing terrible.
Jesus Christ, I think that's pretty terrible, really. Like, for
It's true.
yeah, I mean, okay, so let me try to see so and think. It seems like they are, light to dark, so maybe. Okay, it does now, so the sun is now. Oh crap, it's bad.
Yes, it will be night soon.
Oh god, okay, so this is some kind of shadow it is. Let's see what we could do. I mean, I don't know. I got nothing. I mean, I got a scream to Soran. Okay, do you know how to deal with the shadow?
Light them on fire?
That would be nice, yeah.
Okay, anybody? Now let's not burn the building down. And why I say that, I just yeah.
Punch it down.
Let's try to see what I do. I will just draw out my sword. Not my sword, my rapier, and I will also charge into the fray. And I'm gonna defend Zork for the physical comp. And that's what I would do.
Okay.
I will roll defend and see what I got. Hold 1. Okay, yeah, so I will hold 1 for that, and it's whoever turn next. I've done my turn. That is what I do.
Cool.
Okay, There is a
What can I use?
so the tiny one, the tiny shadows, will yet again try to swing at Zork, and
Not so fast. I will use one hole to half the attack damage.
okay. So, and that will be 2.
Yes. Okay.
You managed to redirect part of its shadowy tentacle sideways, and it just barely touches Zorg. And as this all happens, you hear from the direction of the room where all the guildmasters were some other noise, but this time this is something obviously human, and you can see this, see that someone probably is very scared in that room.
Oh shit. Okay, so Zork would move forward. He'll turn to the shadows. He'll be like, "What are you waiting for?" Activating his challenge, and then he'll tell the others, "I got this. Go check on the puny people."
Very people. So yeah.
Oh, wah, wah.
It's difficult to say if they react to you at all. Maybe it works, maybe not. What the rest of you do?
The puny people didn't pay me, so I'm gonna help my friend.
Okay.
Oh, cool. We have an advisor.
So, now this tiny shadow now attacks Carol, and it does. Oppa.
Oh, ow.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh.
Whoa! What the?
I'm not dead, but it's still ow.
It kind of charges into you, and it basically disintegrates into your arm, and gets very chilly and uncomfortable to move, very difficult. But the shadow itself disappears.
At least it's gone.
Well, that's one way to kill it.
God, where?
I have a
Wait.
new arm friend.
That's true.
So yeah. And this one still attacks Zorg. And And oh, sorry about it.
No worry.
This one is going to attack Aidan in a second. So, does anyone actually want to check on puny people? Or
I would probably on my next turn probably I can disengage from combat. Yes, I would probably try to.
well, you can always disengage. Oh, it probably will be defy danger.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
That was
I
it.
will say yeah.
Okay. So,
I would like
you
to
want-
help her.
yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how this will work. Is there time in the battle to use this?
What is this? That you carefully treat them. Not right now. No, we are kind of in the heat of the battle here.
Okay.
Just for more.
Let's more carefully.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Alright, so what I would like to do instead is I would like to be the bear that you want to see.
So, which one
A bear.
is it? Okay. Zoology trivia. Do bears have night vision?
I don't
You have no idea.
know. No, I don't know.
Dogs use a dog. Dog. A dog.
Okay.
Dog.
Soon is how soon?
We
Okay.
can push. It just depends on when the session ends.
Let's see. I actually wanted 4 hours, so it,
Okay.
so we are technically playing 2 hours now.
Let's have a session now. Don't worry about it.
So yeah. You have the sheet with. I think that I
Right.
posted the sheet that
Yeah.
had bears in it.
Right, so special abilities are to maul with terrifying ferocity. The bad abilities are hibernate. The land is forest, and the notes are in Polish.
Polish. Did you say Polish?
Hang on. Control copy. It says that. Let me see if I can just translate it.
Okay. So like that. Particular. What the hell is that? Oh, it's okay. I get you. It's basically kind of homebrew stuff from a Polish side. That's what you mean.
Oh, okay. This is. I don't think that applies. This is probably like notes from the last person who used the sheet. Alright, so it says I can attack with great ferocity, and downside is that he hibernates. Maul with terrifying ferocity. So I'm hoping I can get rid of one of those shadows. We have 2 left, right?
Yes.
And we need to get our fighter back.
The dog has should no he didn't. Yes, okay. I will try to when he's returned. I will try to defy danger and nimbly dodge out of the way, and kind of do a little barrel and try to roll between these two and go into the back. after I done my job of protecting Zork, which is not very effective.
It was good. The intention
Yeah,
is what counts.
Yes, okay, and I withdraw Defy Danger using Dexterity. Okay, that should be enough. What is that thing? Start Dex, which is. Yeah, oh wow, look at that roll. God damn.
You are very good at running away.
Yes, apparently I am, such as come to bear. And I will go, and while I'm running away, I'm gonna scream back, I will check out on the guild master. You guys handle this, and I will run back.
Perfect.
Yeah, you guys have got this. You don't need me. I'm fine. You're fine.
Yes, and it's the new turn, so let's have these three handle the shadow first, and then we'll work one back on me later on.
Yeah.
So,
I'll let me swing real quick at the thing. I'm gonna go attack at this guy. So
Yeah.
Oh no! Unfortunately, that is also a miss.
yeah, I've been rolling crap.
Yes.
Sorg gets a little bit nervous, like little sweat starts rolling down his forehead.
So with my shapeshift to bear form, do I get a specific attack to use for that? Like, is there something for more?
I believe there's something on your character sheet about that, isn't it?
It says that the GM gives me one or two moves to use with that particular form.
Oh, that is a GM job then. Noi, what can he do as a bear? Is she AFK? I haven't heard from her.
I hope she is. Noi?
I hope not.
Are you there? Oh, she's muted. She probably has someone at the
I'm
door.
muted. I'm sorry. I forgot them. God. I thought. God.
Yeah, it happened with Tyler. Don't worry
No
about
one is listening to me. Jesus. Okay. Right. I wanted to say that I would say that as a bear, you probably have D10 as attack.
Great.
That makes sense to me.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So I would like to attack this thing with my claws.
Yep.
Alright, so just switch to D10. 4, 6.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
No, it's a miss, isn't it?
Okay, so it you cut it roughly in half, and its upper half just disappear. So what about Carol?
Alright, I'm gonna attack the one closest to me, this one. See how
Okay.
this goes.
What you should have done is aid when Zorg was attacking.
I got an 8.
Very good.
Yeah. That's
Yep.
good.
That is
Gotta roll damage or whatever I
that is
assume.
good roll. Oh no, that is again an average roll. So
As a person.
it's going to
As a person.
attack you. To which
That's
one?
an 8, by the way, because it does not.
Yes, that's an 8. So you punch this shadow with your spear, and but it manages to yield one of its tentacles, and before it disappears, it does 2 more damage to you.
Remember, your armor reduce that damage, so probably 1. I believe.
Yes.
Oh, I haven't been reducing any of my
Oh,
damage.
that's yeah.
Yes, that.
It's okay, I got 3
basic-
attacks on me, so...
Yes, it's yes, you have +3. So, and this is one disappears.
Yeah, I kind of was wondering why are you getting hurt from 2 damage? I kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she's still alive.
Yep. So
Sorg,
this one.
this one has
Sorg,
half a
sorry.
leg, I think.
Yeah, sorry. I'm here back.
Mhm.
You
Okay,
saved
so
your
I'm gonna
piece.
attack it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's a 10.
But now the GM rolls a d6 to see if I have a complication, because
Yeah.
the d6 is higher than.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I hit it, but let's see what happens.
Oh, you know mine. I want to.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
When was that?
Started.
Do I have that Star Trek time? I think that was.
So it's
Sorry, minus. It should be -2. I don't know why I kept the +2 there.
Hmm.
Because I fell that roll.
Okay.
So it should be
Sorry.
3. Yeah, 3 damage.
Mhm. Okay. So it is. It is very tiny now, but as you do this, you'll notice somewhere on the corner of your vision that in the end of the corridor something appeared, something like about human, as tall as human, but since it's almost completely dark, you can't tell what is it, and it stands here. You'll consider it stands here for several seconds, and then it goes back, and this it's either too quickly for you to react properly, or it seems kind of like in slow motion. So you can't even shut out that something strange is happening, and then it disappears again. But you managed to hit the shadow thing. That's now very, very tiny. It's almost done.
Somebody step on it.
You can do that. Also hack and slash.
Stop this.
But remember that touching it with your parts of your body will probably
Yeah.
had some effect.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yes, you don't want. So, a tiny shadow gets another tiny attack against Zork, and does quite a lot of damage for such tiny thing.
Just remember, it's reduced by your armor.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
Absolutely.
okay. So what do I see back in the main room?
So
Yeah.
you go back to the main room and you realize that maybe you couldn't hear it because you were busy with those things. So maybe because it was completely silent, but you realize that the trapdoor was activated and it's now blocking the passage to the room.
Fuck's sake. Let me see what can I do with my trap expert ability. Can I disarm it? And what else is hidden there? No, apparently there's not. Trick of the trade.
I think you can disarm it. Doesn't it say that?
It doesn't say it's for that's the weird part, but that's rogue.
Probably
let's just-
not how it should be.
Let's just say I try to disarm it using my trap expert ability. Try to get it to collapse back into the wall and ooh, that's nice. I would take, whatever it is, quickly, clang, 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 and the trap jump back into its original position, and I will continue running toward the main wall.
Yes. As you run into it, you realize that the door is open, but the room that you entered is now completely dark. Torches are here, but they are not lit, and there is no one inside, as far as you can tell. But
And I'm gonna do face palm really hard. And I think we have problem screaming back down to the alleyway, and let's deal with the shadow first.
yeah,
It's like Scooby-Doo.
so yeah. Who's going to attack a tiny? Because it won't let you alone.
The bear will try and hit it. This will be my last hold. So after this, I'll revert back to normal form. So I'm just going to roll my...
Eat it.
damage. I don't want to eat it. Oh my, that's so wonderful. That's the way to go. Oh wait.
Yes.
Yeah. Should I be rolling hack and slash before I do that?
What?
Should I be rolling hack and slash before I do that?
I think you would. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a hit, but yeah.
Yes. Let's roll damage and whatnot.
It is last futile attempt to get the last attack on you with the dying breath, and that is actually quite good.
Yes, and yes.
Well, since I revert back to my human form, I'll have my armor again. I have a shield, so the shield takes away 2, so I get 2 damage.
Yes, I believe this is correct. That any armor you have is kept when you are shapeshifting. And I don't know. Fluff.
Yeah,
I think it's something like that.
I think the shield I probably would not have been able to hold the shield as a bear. So I I would probably only get that back when I revert.
Yeah, but I would say you still have 1 armor from your fur and stuff. Yeah. At least 1.
But I do revert back to human form after the attack because that was my last hold. So I automatically go back to human. Yeah.
Yes, okay, and I'm gonna scream, okay, guys, we have problem.
Okay, you want to do anything in the room, or do you just cautiously
I try to
stay here?
discern reality, see what can I observe in the
Yeah, where they
room.
came
And,
from actually is probably the most important.
Please do.
And if they
that's
are more
easy,
than
nice.
That is nice.
3 question. What happened there recently? Yes, that should be good, right? Yes, what just happened here recently? That would be my
Yes.
first question.
That makes sense. So this place is now dark and kind of chilly, sort of like it was in the corridor. And you can see that some chairs are overturned. It's much more messier than it was when we were here the last time. There are some, you would say, it's sign of struggle, but no blood, as far as you can see.
So something come here to the kitchen, but no sign of the pupil that was here. No. Okay. So my next question would be, what here is not what appeared to be?
Okay, so with all this commodity and you suddenly realize that there is a part of this room that you first saw when you first saw it. Was kind of decoration part of the wall, but now you can see no, I will just okay. Now you can see that this is actually was another trapdoor, and it is now open into some kind of very small room.
How do you put this?
That is right next to this conference hall.
Okay. I hear a voice. Who is that? Did you hear a children voice? Okay, that was from D spot. There are children nearby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, don't worry about it. Just curious. Okay, so there is another trapdoor here. Okay, so my last question would be, what in here that is valuable to me?
What valuable? Exactly valuable. Well, there's a. Is it okay? You can pinpoint several things that would be quite valuable in a material sense. If you get your hands on them.
I mean, I mean, if they disappear, does they left behind a ring or gem or anything like that? No.
No, there is nothing from their person.
So they're nothing that I can be quickly pocketed. No.
Well, let's say, is there like Let's ask it like this. I suppose that there are some people who, if they suddenly disappear and left something behind, you would probably not pick up anyway, because you respect them enough not to do this. But most
I mean,
people,
if
no.
they're not in the room, if they're not in the room.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, let me rephrase it. Is there anyone who was in the room whom you just couldn't stand enough, so that at the first opportunity to snatch something from him, you would do it? Something like
There is a corn in the ground that in the full room full of people that I don't know who dropped, I'm gonna pick it up. So they're not run around, so may as well. I just want to quickly look around to see anything valuable that I can quickly.
I'm trying specifically to ask if you.
Morally, nah, I have no problem with pickpocketing people.
No. I'm asking if there was someone in the room whom you specifically had such a bad relationship that you would be not just feel morally obliged to rob, but very glad, like in the first second you had an opportunity.
I mean, I would say the one that was wearing the most outlandish outfit.
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I hate people wearing, fancy stuff. So yeah, that makes sense, and I will try to steal from that guy. But if there is no one in the room and there is some valuable lying around, I should just pick it up. No problem.
Okay. So, all right. So, let's say there was one guy who, of quite a moron. So, well, you kind of hate him, and you realize that there is a shiny, and this shiny is a ring that belongs to that specific guy.
And I can
just table.
And I can just pocket it really quick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I do so, and I'm gonna wait until the other three catching up. Yes.
Okay. So we have.
So this is back the other way behind the trapdoor.
Yes. Trapdoor is
open. Yeah.
Let's say here. So this part I thought was closed, and that was part of decoration, and now it's open, and you can see that there's some kind of room inside it.
Mm-hmm. And well, okay, so looks like we are alone for now, and you guys figured out anything with the shadow?
I did the spout lore. Is there anything else I can use to do that? I need just stain, spirit tongue, study essence, vision realities. Does anyone in the room know if anything like this has happened before? Because we're in the room with some other people, right?
I'll try to. Let's see. Okay, I try to sprout lore, and I will try to remember if there is any tale from my criminal, like if anybody from my criminal contact ever speak about shadow in the dark that swallow up light.
Yeah.
And we try to take out that detail, and let's see from the tale that I had tell my criminal contract. So let's And should I get a +1 on that?
I'll eat it
Yes.
because we're both trying to figure this out together.
And I would do that, and it's also the same. You got +1 -2, your choice. To danger. Okay, so that is +1, so that would be an 8. Yes, so that is an 8. But it's
No,
still
it
the
doesn't
same.
matter.
Yeah, I told me so about that. And what I know, if any other thief or rogue ever see or hear anything like this?
Yeah, they spend a lot of time in the shadows.
Actually, you remember something that when you first heard it, this thought was complete bullshit, and someone just pulling the leg for the sake of being dramatic. It happened once that in the city there's our main religion, which is all nice and acceptable, but there's a lot of tiny sects and confessions. So it once happened that a colleague of yours was tasked with robbing a particular let's call it church loosely, a temple. And that belongs to a sect that you don't really remember what their particular shtick is, but it was something concerning death, and it was also something really strange because they were kind of your colleague described them kind of cheerful guys who actually don't look like death worshippers at all, and they were pretty poor. So his thing was that he was need to steal some artifact, some relic from them, which was basically their most valuable thing in their ragged down temple. And when he broke in, which was quite simple, he first had no problems whatsoever. He thought it was a milk run, but as he was in the room when he needed to take the thing, he realized that temperature was dropping rapidly, and it became very dark, so that even moonlight that was shining through windows was kind of dimmed. And the further that he goes, the more creepy it became. So, and then he said that he saw some shadowy figures near the altar, but then he basically decided, screw it, and get out of there. So when you heard it, you were like, mediocre. It just
I will relay
made
something
up.
Okay, so I'll relay that. Yeah, and I hear a story like this one, and I'll tell them about what's that. And I will say I didn't think that would be real, but it seemed like that is the case. And I point to the trapdoor, and I think this explains, the sudden disappearance of the people that in the room. And I think we should go there through the trapdoor in the main room. Yes.
So
So you go or
Yeah.
you just wait for someone?
yeah.
Sorry.
Yes,
sorry.
yes,
Just continue.
yes. So Soran is going to agree because Soran doesn't like ghouls and shadows because it interferes with the natural flow of life in nature. These things are unnatural and they shouldn't be, a part of this plane. So Soran feels a kind of obligation to deal with the situation. So yeah, of course he would go to try and solve this.
And we will try to find the missing guild master and bring him back to us to rescue him. Yes, and hopefully earn some coin. I got something in my pocket, but I've learned. And what else is there to do? And okay, and what happened to our barbarian and fighter? That was what I've been meaning to ask.
They had to leave. Yeah, they had another thing they had to go to that kind of came up suddenly, so they had to leave.
Oh, does it tell you that? Because I did not.
It's in the Discord
Yeah,
channel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I mean, this is a good point to stop as any. I mean,
Yeah,
we
we
kind of
did, yeah.
missing half the team.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? I think we should just stop here and maybe continue another day, or maybe leave it here. I mean, it's a good system. I give you that. It's very open and simple.
Yeah.
But good. Yes, I like that system a lot. I think I will run it myself someday, and I would make sure to give you a call. G-Spot, you seem like an excellent player.
Excellent.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you very much, Noi, for inviting me for. I believe this is the end of your leave, is it not?
Yes. Tomorrow I'm going to work, so 100% I cannot play or GM anything at that time.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately that would be the case. But this is a good point. It is one shot, more an introductionary as I feel like it. So we basically learn how the system works, and a little bit of that, know how the role work. But I think I'm gonna run this game someday, and I'll make sure to give you two a call.
Yeah.
Again, thank you for inviting me, and I think I'm gonna drink a lot of water and head to bed now. I think I drink too much. I try to hold back for the game, but still a little bit too much, apparently.
It is a really good game. I really enjoy it. The mechanics were fun. This session really kind of taught me a lot about how to played by the Apocalypse games, powered by the Apocalypse games, in a more beneficial way, because I was able to get to find a lot of opportunities to do roles. So I think that's one of the things about the PBTA games that a lot of people don't understand, that you have to try to do as many roles as you can.
No, I mean, just that is also a point. I feel like the system is more streamlined and simplified, so you don't really need to have a map and token and stuff like normal D&D phase. You just can describe stuff, and you hit, you don't hit, and you take attack. And I like the fact that the GM doesn't even need to roll anything. That is a godsend for me. That would be probably very useful. And again, that's been fun creating this world. I may use it for the setting for the game. That actually could be actually working. And
it's a lot of
I
fun.
will be. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a little fun on my Thursday night, and I'm gonna head to bed, and I will see you two later. Good night, guys.
Yeah. Oh, White Rabbit and Small Crow seem like they popped back on. Yeah, but it's a really good game. I was really glad to play in it. I first started role playing with Dungeons and Dragons 5e. So this setting feels familiar to me, and it feels like a really nice world that I had a lot of fun in. So thanks a lot for having the game.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Actually, one thing that I kind of dislike about Dungeon World is that is it's kind of parts of it that is repackaged D&D setting. So it's a little restrictive. I would like if it had more original classes like Immolator in the core. Now that's what it is. Not bad system as awesome.
Yeah, well, it does, but I mean, I suppose it'll have its own charm. You know, you put your own style on it, so you know the world becomes your own, and you can do it with whatever you want with it, and with your players. And you did a good job.
Thank you. It's actually the first time I jammed Punch World. I've only played it before. I'm glad.
Yeah, so you have a really great day, and I hope to see you around again.
Yes, same.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.